use your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. But suddenly you remember, I have God power. I have the ability to change meaning. I wonder if it would work in this situation, you think to yourself. Then you have a little laugh to yourself and remark, it always works. Looking at your poor, sad little broken down guitar, you say, quote, I hereby declare by the God power vested in me that your string shall now be a number 1 string, and when it is played, it will sound as sweet as any guitar has ever sounded. Unquote. You have now used your God power to change the meaning of the string and situation from the worst possible situation to the best possible situation. Note, it isn't always this dramatic a change, not because it couldn't be, but usually it's just improved to a better meaning and then a better meaning again and again, step by step. Okay, you begin to play that beautiful string, and it sounds so great. The other guitar in the room automatically responds to the new meaning, and it starts to vibrate on the number 1 string, just like it's supposed to. If the sound of the string were translated into words, it would sound like, no matter what this situation, something good is possible, and there is always a solution. It vibrates, everything is possible with God. The resonant quality communicates, everything is always working out for me no matter what. Those beautiful sounds and thoughts go forth and begin doing their magic with the help of resonance, the universal matchmaker. Suddenly, you see options that you were unaware were even possible, much less within reach. The doors that were locked now are not only unlocked, are standing wide open, beckoning you to come in. After considering all the options and opportunities that you can now see, you realize that you weren't in a bad situation after all. As it turns out, it was never a bad one. It just looked like it from that point of view that you had before. But now you realize that not only was it not really a bad situation, but in fact, as it turns out, it is a great situation. This situation has led you to a place where opportunities are greater and more abundant than you have ever seen. If you hadn't had that bad situation, you would never have found this new place. Note, mentally and possibly physically. You think to yourself with a smile, everything is always working out for me and leading me to better and better situations. The better it gets, the better it gets. Let's look at this wonderful, happy illustration. Changing the meaning of the situation to everything is still working out for me. Okay. You get the physical meaning of the situation. Remember, it didn't look good, didn't see any options, but you're feeling good about it still. You have a higher vibrational frequency level. A higher vibrational frequency level created and transmitted. The result? Resonance is activated, where all possible conditions and opportunities are elicited from your experience into full view. Here it says in green, positive vibrational frequencies are eliciting beneficial opportunities. Here the guy's thinking with the green tuning fork, sending out positive thoughts. Hey, you know what? It's always working out somehow. Things are always working out in some kind of way. Things have a way of turning around and turning out to be good after all. And sure enough, all the green tuning forks, all the great opportunities, they were hiding in the dark before. They were invisible before. People that you called on the phone that you couldn't reach are now calling you. When you called about that job, they said it was already filled, but now you call again, they say, oh, well, the guy didn't show up for work. It's available now. Good things are happening. The elements have not changed. You're just eliciting a better outcome, a better response from them. Here it says the green tuning fork vibrations are good meanings. The green tuning fork vibrations are good meanings, and they resonate and elicit all the things that will match them. The red tuning fork vibrations are bad meanings, and they resonate and elicit all the things that will match them. Finally, from this place of great appreciation and confidence, you look back down at the little guitar that led you to this wonderful place and notice that it not only has all its strings back, but every one of them is a number one string. No matter what tune you play, it's all good. And everything that you notice and experience is working out in every way. Life is a beautiful experience when you consciously use your God power to raise up the meaning of whatever experience or situation you're in to the best situation that you can imagine, and then from there, have a look around. How does the placebo work with resonance? Let's revisit the example of the placebo sugar pill that cured that terminal disease and see how it works as explained by resonance. If you recall, we had the meaning of the disease that was generated by the chemical and physical properties of the disease, and then we had the meaning of the sugar pill, which has a meaning that was nothing more than sugar. But we opted to use our God power, even though we were tricked into doing it, to change the meaning of that pill. In the same way that we changed the meaning of the number 6 string above to a number 1 string, we changed the meaning of the pill from ordinary sugar to a miracle drug. Once it had the meaning that it was a miracle cure, it used the power of resonance to elicit a meaning of healing and overall health from a situation that started out with a meaning of disease and death. The power of resonance is that it forces a response. It elicits what it wants from the situation. It forms and changes the situation so that it is now like healing and health. Like we learned quantum physics, there are infinite possible outcomes that all come down to a choice made by the observer who is the experiencer. When you use your God power, you say, I hereby declare by the God power vested in me that this pill now has the power to change the meaning of my situation from disease to health. So be it. And so its meaning is changed as you have so declared. You heal and are cured, not by the sugar, but by the power to decide and declare that you are well, and well you shall remain. You elicit the right combinations of outcomes from each of the elements of the situation so that all together they create a result or overall outcome that matches the meaning that you have asserted. Maybe that means that your body now starts making this chemical or that chemical. It might include a reduction in something else that suddenly happens. You might have an urge to eat something that you might not normally eat that aids in the healing even though you are totally unaware of it. Resonance will elicit what it needs from each and every element of the situation to end up with the perfect result and outcome that matches your meaning. The actual process in the guitar example above is this. When you declared that the number 6 string was now a number 1 string, you caused a change in meaning, not in the actual physical experience, although that can and does happen too, but instead just in what it means. As you strummed the number 6 string, it had the meaning of a number 6 string, based on the meaning of the thickness of the wire, its length, and the tension on it. But the sound and vibration coming from it was changed to the meaning of a number 1 string. So it resonated with all things like the number 1 string. This causes number 1 like things, good things, to stand out and catch your attention because they are resonating not on the actual vibration of the string, but on the vibration of the meaning. It is only the vibration of the meaning that creates frequency that can then be resonant. Since you have the God power to assert and change the meaning of any situation, you have the power to control what that situation resonates with. Since you have the power to control what resonates in your world, you have the power to choose what you notice, what you see and experience in your world, good or bad. It all starts with a decision, so decide.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 7, segment number 12. Let your quest for knowing continue.